I am fucking tired this morning. Are you tired this morning? I'm tired most mornings. Um, so I thought I'd post a video just because I guess I have kind of like a platform of 8,000-ish people I can talk to. Um, and I might as well do what I can. But I just wanted to talk about dealing with all the shit that's been going on. And it's too much to even keep up with. And it's so hard to act because it's so hard to keep up with everything. But at least for now, the current issue that we're talking about is families being separated, people seeking asylum and then being abused, not being treated with dignity, basically stuff that we, as a country, or even as our European colonizers, ancestors have always done, whether it's like Australia, or here, or in Canada. So it's not new separating children from families. If you've ever taken a history class, you've probably heard of that sort of thing. Hopefully you've heard of that sort of thing. Whether it's separating like native children from their parents, or just during the time of slavery, separating children from their parents to sell the children. So it's not a new thing, but we need to stop it. We need to not let this be happening. But what can we do as a single person in the middle of America? I'm in Kansas City. I'm not near the border. The closest protest was in St. Louis, as far as I know, and that's a bunch of hours away. And it was on like a Thursday, and so a lot of us have to still pay rent and go to jobs and take care of all of that stuff. But what can we do as a single individual person? Well, individually we don't have a lot of power, but there are things we can do. So the way I like to think of it is these organizations are way more better equipped to take care of this stuff than we are. So basically, the best thing we can do is provide what resources we have. So whether that's money or time, that's probably just the best bet, whether you can volunteer time or you can just donate money. So I donate a little bit every month to the ACLU, and of course they have a whole bunch of different issues that you can keep up with. I know it's hard to keep up with everything, but you can also go under immigrants' rights. They have information there, and they're a lot better equipped to help others than me as one single person am. Secondly, the ACLU has a petition to send a message to the Commissioner of United States Customs and Border Protection. So again, as a group, it is a bigger noise for 150,000 people to send the same message than for each individual person. I know, like, when we talk about contacting representatives, it's like, well, contact my Kansas representatives, and then do what? What are they going to do? And Kansas is so thoroughly red, it's hard to feel like anything is going to happen. So you can sign up for that petition there. I know internet petitions are like, I'm skeptical, but I guess if it's through the ACLU, it's more likely to mean something. There's also the Families Belong Together website, so I guess they have a bunch of co-sponsors, and you can sign up to take action on June 30th. I'm not sure what that's going to be for those of us who don't live in DC or can't make it to DC, but maybe that's just more calling people, donating, and so on. So you can also donate here if you have some extra money. So, 1, donate. 2, send a message to the people who make the policies. 3, we need to make sure that it is just not acceptable to treat other humans like they're not humans. Everybody needs to be treated with respect. Everybody needs justice, whether it's immigrants seeking asylum, whether it's African American people being abused and killed by the cops. Just everything. We need to stop treating other people as different or less. And I think the important thing is not that we're going to change the minds of people who are white supremacists, but to just make it not acceptable. Don't debate white supremacists and Nazis and the people who are probably going to want to comment on this video, which I'm going to delete bad faith arguments and stuff. We don't need to debate it. We don't need to change minds. We just need to make it not acceptable, basically. So, I know it's always like, oh, try to talk to your people in your circle, let them know it's not appropriate. But from my experience, no one ever talks about it in public. I think my family's pretty much on the same page. My extended family and stuff. Nobody talks about it at work, really. And then, I have a classroom full of students, and there's students from everywhere. I haven't really talked about it. I might pass some links out or something to, the ACLU, but for the most part, I never hear people just being racist, and I'm pretty sensitive to things. For instance, we were somewhere last weekend, and this lady continually got my husband's name wrong, even though every time she would say Raj, both of us would say Rai afterwards. So, that's a microaggression, but so it's kind of hard to just say, call it out when I guess I'm not around people, I guess, who do that sort of thing. So that's kind of hard to say there, and I'm kind of just rambling now. But if you do see it, call it out. It's not that important to do it on Twitter, I don't think, because there's going to be a lot of bad faith arguments there as well. You don't need to convert random fucking people on Twitter. But we need to build up a culture where this is completely unacceptable. And anyone who makes justifications for this stuff, they just shouldn't, they can't. It's not acceptable to do that. And let them know that that's not acceptable. However, you can do that. So, if I have more ideas on how to help later, I'll post that. I'm just having a rough morning, so I thought I'd post something. I'm probably going to send some more donations to both of these places, even though I currently send monthly donations to the ACLU, but I just wanted to say that those resources are out there if you want to donate to them. A lot of my brain is how else can I help? How can I don't know, make a game or a simulation to try to make a point, or try to motivate people, or try to show different ways for us to help. But I'm still just kind of thinking about different ideas there. Okay, I have some work to get done before I have to go into work later. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to delete crappy posts, crappy comments. Try to have a good day. At the very least, over here in Kansas City, we have a blue sky and everything is green, so even though there's climate change going on, it is still a very beautiful day, and that's at least one thing I can kind of take some comfort in.